Good afternoon. My name is Mark Hundley, and this is Live at 5. Welcome to the Monday edition of Live at 5. Um, been having a good time for the last, I don't know, 6, 8 sessions. This has been a little bit of a series, and I'm probably going to do some other series as well, just to kind of maintain some sort of a combination of continuity uh, in the process and interest. Um, today's world is filled with all kinds of items, of products that are sold in every conceivable form and fashion. There are pills and lotions and serums and injections and surgeries and seminars and books that are designed to help us become maybe something that we're not, or to enhance for a little bit longer those things that we have, those things that we are. And sometimes it can be kind of confusing. Who are we? Where are we in this process? Today's session is entitled "You Can't Be Ugly." As I've stated before, The Velveteen Rabbit by Margery Williams is my all-time, or one of my all-time favorite stories, period, regardless of who's written them. I know it was written for children. We talked about that. But the profound truths it contains are applicable to adults of all ages and from all walks of life. For the past few videos, I've been analyzing and commenting on a few of the key phrases from The Velveteen Rabbit, this conversation between the skin horse and the rabbit, on what it means and takes to become real. We have discovered in the process that becoming real takes time, love, and patience. We've also learned that real doesn't happen to everyone. Sometimes it's more difficult than we might think. Today I want to focus my attention on one of the more curious phrases in this story, or in this conversation, and it goes like this. Generally, by the time you are real, and if you'll remember, I liked this next phrase, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. The first truth from this phrase is that the process of becoming real often wears one out. On the surface, this reality might appear a bit disturbing. I know it does to me. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off and your eyes drop out and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I really want to be well worn at the end. In an age when appearance is everything, the thought of having your hair loved off, your eyes dropping out, becoming loose in the joints and very shabby is just plain scary. While this is a bit scary at first glance, there is a deeper message here. These physical manifestations are merely representative of the breakdown of things that really don't matter at all when it's all said and done. What are some of those things that really don't matter that much? Some of them are position, power, prestige, financial means, beauty and good looks, good looks, age, possessions, and talent. Get the picture? So many of the things that we use to judge the validity of others, and very often ourselves, really carry far less weight than we give them. In the end, none of these things have anything to do at all with being real. For many on this planet, this truth is difficult to swallow. It just is. How can we have any worth if the things we so desperately pursue and preserve really don't matter that much in the end? One final giant defense mechanism that stands in our way of becoming real is to call those who eschew the desperate pursuit of the things I just mentioned, when we call them ugly. When that happens, we create an unnecessary divide between people, and we miss the joys of realness. The primary redeeming message here is the final phrase. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. There you have it. When people who have found real routinely hear how ugly or unacceptable or unwanted they are simply because of who they are, there's a temptation to give in and return to the fake. There's a temptation to bristle up and retaliate with hurtful and spiteful and emotionally laden tirades of our own. The temptation can be strong indeed. However, if those who are real stay the course and remain true to their pursuit of the real, they will discover that the opinions of others really do not matter. Because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. I remember the first time I heard that phrase, probably 45 years ago. I was blown away. I knew that deep down inside of me that there was some purpose, some eternal, if you please, truth, that accepting who I am and loving who I am on the inside can make the outside more appealing. You know, there are lots of people, this is just kind of an aside, just thought about this. There are lots of people who have been on this planet a long, long time, and they have yet to be real, and it shows. But there are lots of people on this planet who've been around a long time, and they are real. And they may have lines and wrinkles and stooped shoulders, and they may walk slower than most, and they may not have all of the money that and possessions that make life interesting. But when you look in their eyes, when I look in their eyes, I see a sparkle. I see a life. I see a light. And when I see their smile, I see this intense, deep appreciation for who they are and who they are in this life. I love seeing those people. I love just looking at them. I love being around them because they remind me and encourage me that to continue the pursuit of real. Because remember, once you're real, you can't be ugly except to people who don't understand. Tomorrow marks the final video in this particular series. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of these things in series, so it has some continuity to it. And this has been a series on the conversation between a horse and a rabbit. And I've really have enjoyed them, and I hope you have. Tomorrow's topic, the final topic in this series is entitled Real, It Lasts for Always. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you have a great evening. And I really invite you to join me tomorrow for the last in this series. Peace.